This is Andi Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by trainer Bozy Ennis here in Atlantic City. Bozy, it's good to see you. How are you?
I'm good, my brother. How about you?
I'm very well, thank you. Here we are, your son getting ready for a unification fight on Saturday night. Talk to me about camp first and foremost. How's camp been and what's changed from the Chukhadzhian rematch last year? What have you guys worked on?
Well, really nothing changed. The only thing what happened that time, we really didn't want to fight that guy again. We shut him out the last time, and you can see that he wasn't really into it. You know what I mean? He was just going through the motions. You know what I mean? But still won though. And then a lot of stuff that he did. You know what I mean? That's because of him. Because he didn't feel like he wanted to be there. Really. You know what I mean?
Around the time of that fight, when it was finished, obviously there was a lot of talk about Boots, if he would move up, how he felt making 147. How's he found making 147 for this guy?
See, Boots don't have no problem making 147. Just that last fight, he said he might have to move up. You know what I mean? But he still want to, collect the belts at 147. And now somebody took it out of proportion and said that we moving up and never told us that, and already had us ready to fight Vergil Ortiz, something that we didn't really know nothing about. You know what I mean? So that's what I don't know what they said, something about the Sheik or what's the name, Sheik. Yeah, he put all the stuff up and said, "We fighting this." No, we didn't. No, we didn't say nothing about that at all.
So, I was going to come on to all of that later on, but as you've started on it, to your knowledge, you guys never actually looked to negotiate any type of fight between Boots and Vergil Ortiz?
No, we never no negotiation at all. No.
So who do you think was leading that talk, if anything at all?
Who's doing it now? Who's doing it now? With all the fighters now? You just said it.
So nobody. So would Eddie Hearn have been involved in those conversations?
No, not that I know of. No, no. Except what I'm saying, nothing came back to me. I'm the one that you need to talk to about that. You know what I mean? So nothing came back to me. That's all I can tell you.
So can I just ask then, Boz, I don't know if you remember last year again around the Chukhadzhian fight, you said to me that somebody from your team had sent Vergil Ortiz an offer. Well, that was turned down, and then so they all came out and they said that never happened. What can you tell me about that?
Would say it again?
About that situation where you said you'd sent them an offer, that was turned. Okay.
Remember this though. We asked to fight Terrence Crawford, just back then, Spence, Vergil Ortiz, all of them, and they all turned it down. So that's what I'm saying. That was back then. Then all of a sudden they probably, see something. They think they see something now. People jumping out and say, "Oh, they'll fight him now," but ain't even nobody really signed nothing but Stanionis.
So do you think then people maybe saw the performance in the rematch with Chukhadzhian because everybody thought that your son was going to walk through him and stop him? So do you think that performance maybe made people feel more comfortable to look towards a fight?
No, that was a blessing right there. The way he performed, that was a blessing. Now we getting the fights that we want.
Eddie's delivered Stanionis for unification fight. How difficult of a task at hand does your son have in front of him on Saturday night?
Well, Stanionis is a good fighter. Can't take nothing away from him, man. You know what I mean? And I don't think it's going to be a real tough fight for my son. I don't think at all. As long as he's right and his mind is right, and he's on, he's on time, we don't have no problem.
What's the key to victory for your son on Saturday?
What's the key? It's just paying attention and listening. I really don't have to tell him too much to do because he already know what to do. You know what I mean? But I can't give you the secret out though. But you just go out there and box. See, the problem was back then, Boots was knocking everybody out. He got used to knocking everybody out instead of working on the defense like he normally do. You see when he fought Villa, when he fought them guys before that, all the defense and everything was tight. Now he fighting this guy. We didn't really want to fight him again, and he just didn't care. You know what I mean? He did enough to win. Dropped him and everything though.
Is that something that he's wary of going into a fight with Stanionis then, because we know that he's somebody who will throw a lot of punches, he'll be relentless, so he's going to be a lot more switched on in the defensive side of it.
That's what I'm saying, and Stanionis is a good fighter, man. See, I don't talk about the fighters, man. All the fighters to me that we fighting, they're good fighters, man, until we beat them.
Obviously, I do have to ask, I know it's one fight at a time, but Saturday's success, but undisputed, the road towards undisputed though, Brian Norman Jr. recently fought. He said in his post-fight interview that he wants Eddie, he wants you guys to make him a better offer. He wasn't happy with,
But listen, but what you mean serious offer? No, I'm just saying. What do you mean serious offer when you fought Centennial? What you got, 100-something thousand for that fight? And Eddie offered him what, 750 at one time. Then Eddie offered him 1.5 at one time and 1.7 at another time. So that's not enough money. You know what I mean? You know, but nobody even know him. They know him now because he was living off, him and his father living off of Boots, throwing Boots' name up. That's why they got recognized. You know what I mean? That's how they got recognized in the game. Because still a lot of people don't know him. You know what I mean? But, we love to fight him in a heartbeat. See, we don't go around talking, run out of his mouth. They talking like they tough, you know what I mean? And his father knew the truth. His father was in the gym. He knew what happened. You know what I mean?
Right, so I did a Zoom interview with Brian before his fight, and I mentioned to him your comments to me where you said that when they went into sparring, he was originally going to do 4 rounds, and then the team said, no, we'll do 6, we'll do longer, and then they had to struggle through the remainder of those rounds. He denied that was the case.
Yeah, what the problem was, though, I asked him how many rounds they want to do, because I wanted to do 4 with Brian, 4 with this guy, and 4 with the other guy. The father going to say, oh, no, we can do a lot. We can do more than that. And I said, okay. After he got finished sparring, he didn't do what we want him to do. He did 4 rounds. He had done 4 rounds, maybe 6, and that was it. We was trying to get, at least 12 rounds out.
Do you think he would be the most difficult fight to try and make a unification with then?
I don't know, man. No telling what they doing, man. I don't know what they doing. You know what I mean? I can't tell that. I can't tell you that. You know what I mean? That's on them. You know what I mean? If they want to fight, we're going to fight. You know what I mean? You want to unify all the titles, you got to fight us.
Away from your son, obviously you've got a fantastic stable of fighters that you're training, Bozy. Stephen Fulton picking up a world title once again. How happy were you to see him kind of put all of those doubters to bed and to show that he still is a world level fighter? He's now a world champion once again when he defeated Brandon Figueroa in their rematch.
Oh, no, I was real happy, very happy, man. That was a good performance, man. He listened, and you seen the difference in him too, didn't you? Catching shots, wasn't, you know what I mean, sitting down on shots now, you know what I mean? A lot of times he didn't have to move so much. He stayed there and was catching, coming back off the catch. You know what I mean? So he did fantastic, man.
I have to ask you, there's a gentleman from England called Nick Ball, fights at featherweight. He holds a world title. He said he's open to that fight. He travelled to America to fight Stephen. Is it a fight of interest to you guys?
Well, that's a good fight. I mean, that'd be a great fight too. But like I said, I think Shocky Foster is next in line. That's what I think. You know what I mean?
So you think we'll see Stephen jump up once again?
Yes, I think he will do. He can make history, man. You know what I mean? That's what he's trying to do. You know what I mean? And that's, matter of fact, that's what he want to do.
How do you feel Stephen would adjust to fighting at 130, given that he's only recently moved up to 126?
I think he'll adjust very fine. You know what I mean? Plus, he works in the gym with bigger guys anyway. So, you know what I mean? I think he can handle that.
Bozy Andy Cruz, he keeps on calling for Keyshawn Davis. Do you believe Andy's ready now, despite the lack of professional experience, to step in with Keyshawn, that amateur rivalry could be reignited as soon as possible?
Right now, I think Andy can jump in there with any of them, man, right now. Any of the top guys. He can jump right in there.
What do you make of a potential Keyshawn Davis fight? What do you make of Keyshawn at world level?
No, Keyshawn a great fighter, too. He a good fighter, man. I know him ever since he was a little kid, man. Good fighter, man. I think that'd be a good fight. A very good fight.
Just one more, I want to get your thoughts on these Tank Davis and Lamont Roach. If we see a rematch, what do you expect to see different?
I think it's going to be another great fight, you know what I mean? I think both of them going to be different this time, you know what I mean? You know, because a lot of stuff that Lamont said he needed to do, he going to do this time. Same with Tank. You know, I think Tank was something that's on his mind. You know what I mean? Because that didn't seem like this Tank that I know. You know what I mean? He looked like something, he was worried about something or something happened. I don't know what happened, you know what I mean? But, he didn't do what he normally do.
Well, Bozy, listen, I appreciate your time leaving out to enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for speaking to me, and I'll see you soon.
You're welcome. Take it easy, good brother.